Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite lip formulas in every lip category. So before we get into it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, so I feel like I definitely took a break from lip products for a little while. They were like my favorite thing ever for the longest time, and then 2020 happened, and throughout 2020 and 2021 we weren't wearing a ton, and so I kind of just pulled back and stopped paying a lot of attention to lip products. And then this year I regained my love for lip products. Let's just hop into it. I thought we would look at each category. So I have got bullet lipsticks, I've got liquid lipsticks, I've got lip cream sort of products, which I'll explain when we get there. I've got lip glosses, tinted lip balms, and lip liners. And I'm just going to talk about my top 3 favorites in each category. So for lip liners, one that I have been absolutely raving about, just really loving on, is the Lawless Forget the Filler Definer Liner. And I think the size of this lip liner speaks for itself. Clearly I love this. Clearly I'm a fan. I love this. This shade is very similar. The shade is not unique. This is the shade Pink Sand. This looks just like Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. Sweetheart by Jaclyn Hill, also pretty much the exact same. I just love this pencil. It is that perfect middle ground between being dry enough that it's not going to bleed, it's not going to move everywhere, but it's not so dry that it's going to tug your lips off like a MAC lip pencil. So I love this. I love the tone. I love the shade. I love the tone of it. I love the formula. It's just so good. And then I kind of take back what I said about these initially. So this is the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0, and I have 2 shades, which tells you something. So I have Honey Beige, which is a nude, and Rusty Pink. These are actually really good. I didn't think I loved these at first, but it must have been the products that I was pairing them with. These actually are quite long wearing. If you pair them with, say, a matte lipstick, your lipstick is going nowhere. So I really do like them. Just know that they are more of a mechanical pencil. They do twist up. They do have a sharpener on the end so you can twist it, but don't try to sharpen the whole component with a different sharpener. They are mechanical and they do twist up, just know that. But these shades, as long as you don't pair them with a lip gloss or something like that, they really do last all day. And I initially said they didn't, and I apologize. I absolutely changed my mind. These are great. And I also wanted to mention a drugstore option that also kind of speaks for itself given its size, but this is the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Sweet Shoes. So this is their pencil formula. They also have like a retractable formula, but I swear by their pencils. So this one, Nude Sweet Shoes, is like a beautiful nude shade, and I love this one so much. This one, much like the Lawless, it's dry enough that it's not going to bleed, but it's not so dry like a MAC pencil. The MAC pencils stay all day, so you have to kind of give them that, but they're not always the most comfortable to put on. This is great. I love this one, and it's a drugstore price. So I don't know. I love this formula. I think this is really great. I really do think their pencil liners are phenomenal. Okay, let's talk about bullet lipsticks really quickly. So I have said it before, I absolutely love MAC bullet lipsticks, and that rings true. But I always mention them when I'm talking about favorite lipstick formulas. So I thought I would talk about some other lipstick formulas that I have really been enjoying. The first one is from Natasha Denona, and this is her I Need a Nude lipstick in the shade Amorosa. This formula in general is just really creamy, really easy to work with, very comfortable on the lips because it is a cream formula. It's not super long wearing, but it is very comfortable. So I don't want to swatch all of these lip products because that's just going to make a huge mess. But this is a really beautiful cool tone nude lipstick. This color goes really great with a purple eyeshadow look. If I ever have purple on my eyes, this is probably the lipstick I'm wearing. 9 times out of 10, this is the lipstick. This one is also really funny because every time my husband really goes out of his way to compliment my makeup, he usually tells me my makeup looks nice, but he really compliments it when I'm wearing this lipstick. I don't think he even knows that, but this is the lipstick I'm wearing when he gets the most excited about my makeup, if that makes sense. It's really cute. I don't think he knows, but of course that makes me love this one even more. But overall, I just really like this formula. It's very comfortable. It looks pretty on the lips. And for a creamy lipstick, it lasts quite a long time. So I really do have to give it credit on this. And this I love to pair with the NYX Nude Suede shoes. These are a beautiful combination. Okay, the next two lip products are actually from the drugstore. So the Milani Lip Fetish lipsticks. In particular, the matte ones are so good. These are so long wearing. I have the shade Secret, and this is such a beautiful matte lipstick. This is, of course, like a more rosy nude, this shade, but the packaging of these lipsticks, gorgeous. The feel on the lips is so nice. They are a matte, so they are a little more dry than some others, but they're not aggressively so. They're not going to pull any texture out of your lips that might be there. This is just a really beautiful matte lipstick from the drugstore. I think they really nailed it with this one. And a formula that I've always known existed but only really discovered recently because I was testing out a dupe is the L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick from their Nude Intense line, and this is the shade New Impertinent. So the packaging is really pretty. This is also a cream formula. So beautiful. This is a beautiful pinky nude. This is great for every single day. I love this lipstick. It feels so comfortable. It goes on so nicely. It doesn't enhance any lines, any lip lines, anything like that. It doesn't bleed. It just looks so good. I love this one. Let's quickly get into liquid lipsticks. So I know 2016, 2017 was really the time of liquid lipsticks, but I still do have some formulas that I really do enjoy. So, and they're all from the drugstore, surprisingly. So let's jump into those. The first one is the NYX Shine Loud. These were really big last year, so they have their liquid lipstick at this end, and they have like a top coat gloss at this end, and this kind of seals everything. So once you put on the lipstick, you put on this top coat, it's super shiny and it seals in the color. The gloss itself will wear off, but once you seal it with the gloss, the color is going absolutely nowhere. You are committed and married to that shade for the entire day. And for that reason, I really like this because it's a very low maintenance product. And because you do seal it in with that gloss, it kind of gives sort of that moisture to the lips, so it doesn't immediately strip your lips of any and all moisture. So I really do like that about these as well. Okay, two more liquid lipstick formulas, and these are more drying formulas, but at the same time they're not as dry as some others I have in my collection, and they're just really long wearing. And when you're going for a liquid lipstick, that is the main intent, is super duper long wearing. So I wanted to mention the NYX Lingerie XXL liquid lipsticks. These will last all day. These are very pigmented. These pack a punch with pigment. These are not for the shy, but the applicator on this is really nice. It is a larger applicator, but it really does kind of sit on a bit of a slant, and it comes to a point, so it really allows you to get into the Cupid's bow really well and the corners. I really like that. And overall, this is just a really solid formula. A formula that is kind of similar, that is definitely a very drying formula, but is kind of bulletproof, is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipsticks. Obviously, I like these. I have 3 shades. So I have the shade Lover, which is a pink. I have Pioneer, which is a bright red, and I also have the shade Hazelnut, which was from one of their fall collections. Yes, these are drying. Don't wear them every day, but I have to say these are absolutely bulletproof if you need something that's going to last all day and is not going to budge, fade, flake, do anything. These are good. This next category is one that is kind of unique. It didn't fully fall into liquid lipsticks, but they don't fall into lip stains either, so I'm calling them kind of like the lip cream category. is what I'm gonna say. And I'll tell you what I mean with my first product. And this is the Makeup by Mario Ultra Suede Cozy Lip Cream in the shade Almost Bare. What I mean, these are a liquid formula, but they dry down to like a powder kiss kind of feel, so that it almost feels sort of like a powder. So they dry down, but they're not fully matte. It's more of like a suede kind of feel, so they're not as long wearing as a liquid lipstick, therefore not nearly as drying, but they just look really beautiful on the lips. They're longer wearing than a bullet lipstick, but less so than a true liquid lipstick, if that makes sense. So these ones by Makeup by Mario are absolutely phenomenal. I love these. They're so cozy on the lips. You do have to like that suede kind of feel on the lips, that powder kiss kind of look, kind of feel. You really have to like that. I love that. So I really, really do enjoy these. This is pretty long wearing as well. I just love the tone. I love the shade. I love the way this looks on the lips. And it doesn't enhance any texture, which is also really nice. I really love these. I absolutely want more shades of these products. And one I tried super recently that really falls into this category is the Jaclyn Hill lip cushions, and I have this one in the shade Promised. So this is separate from her liquid lipstick line, which is kind of how I decided, which kind of helped me decide to separate these into a different category than liquid lipsticks. But this also dries down to that suede powder kiss kind of feel, but these are actually really, really hydrating for having that texture. It's really impressive. They're quite long wearing, the shades are beautiful, and they just look so nice on the lips. I really, really, really like these from Jaclyn Hill. They're gorgeous. I just think they're so comfortable. I love that texture on the lips. Like I mentioned, again, they don't enhance texture, and they just look so nice, and they do stay on quite a long time. And in that same vein, and what I think was kind of probably one of the very first brands to come out with this type of product is from MAC, and this is the Powder Kiss Liquid Lip Color. So this kind of could fall into the liquid lipstick category. Just like the Jaclyn and just like the Makeup by Mario, this has that, like this describes, the powder kiss texture. It dries down to like a beautiful suede powdery kind of feel on the lips, and it doesn't enhance texture, and it just looks so, so, so pretty on the lips. So it looks a little more moussey, a little more whipped. All three of these do. This one has a unique applicator. This kind of has like a ball on the end, and it's thinner throughout the middle. But I think this might have been the first brand to come out with this exact type of product that made this category necessary in my rankings, if that makes sense. They're just separate from liquid lipsticks. They're not super, super matte, but they feel more powdery and comfortable on the lips. They're not as long wearing, but they are more comfortable. Okay, moving into lip glosses. Picking my favorite lip gloss formulas was kind of hard. I'm not 100% a lip gloss girl, but there are certainly lip gloss formulas that I like much more than any others. And my main criteria for lip gloss, I don't like them sticky. I don't. That's where we get into with this. And the first lip gloss formula is from Lawless, and this is their Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Glosses. I do have two shades. I have the shade Daisy, which is like a baby pink, and I also have the shade Rosy Outlook, which is like a clear, slightly pinky shade. These have a really unique applicator as well that just really kind of hugs the lips, and just like, it's such a cute little applicator. I love these. I love the way they go on. I love the way they feel. I love the way they make the lips look. This is definitely one of my favorite lip gloss formulas of all time. They definitely do make the lips look huge just because they're so shiny, but they don't give any of that uncomfortable, tingly feelings to the lips. Let's talk about a lip gloss formula that is pretty obvious how much I like once you see the tube. This is from Tower 28, and this is their Shine On Lip Jellies. I have the shade Coconut. They don't have a ton of shades in these, but they are so good. What I love is they're just not sticky. They're super shiny, but they are absolutely not even a little bit sticky. They don't do the stringy thing between the lips. Again, a major no for me. I just love these so much. They're so comfortable. I can't say much more than that. That is my main criteria for a lip gloss. So the Tower 28 glosses are definitely top tier for me. And finally, this is one I discovered very recently. This is from Pat McGrath, and this is the Lust Gloss in the shade Divine Rose. So this is definitely a more pigmented gloss than I would typically reach for. But again, it is. So it's a really pigmented gloss, but it's not at all sticky. This is definitely a thicker, milkier type of gloss than some of the others. The Tower 28 is a very thin gloss. The Lawless is definitely thicker, but it's not really milky. This one's definitely more milky, if that makes sense. But I love these formulas so much. The thing I will say is that Pat McGrath is ridiculously expensive. Lawless is pretty expensive too, but the Tower 28 is the most affordable option, if you will. I would say that that's definitely going to do the least amount of damage to the bank account. The very final category is liquid lip balms. And this is also something that I have recently gotten really into. Again, I work from home, so I'm not always going for very pigmented lip products. But I do like to apply something super hydrating throughout the day. So I'm either reaching for a gloss or a liquid lip balm, which is my favorite. So the first one is actually downstairs. I forgot to grab it and I don't feel like running downstairs, so I'm just gonna pop up a photo. And this is the Huda Beauty Silk Balms. These are the most comfortable liquid lip balms ever. So comfortable. They don't really have any pigment, but they are so comfortable. They feel so nice on the lips, so hydrating. I love these. They are a little pricey though. That's the only thing. They're wonderful. There's not much more I can say. They're super hydrating. They feel so good on the lips. They're so easy to just throw on and wear because there really isn't much pigment, but they're so comfortable. When they say they're a silk balm, that's a really great way to describe them. Okay, moving on. The next product is from L'Oreal, and this is their Balm in Gloss. I have the shade Porcelain Petal. So this is another one that doesn't pack a ton of pigment. They do have quite a few shades, but there really isn't a ton of pigment with them. These are very easy and effortless to wear. They're easy to just pull out, throw on, and carry on about your day. You don't need a mirror. And clearly I have used a ton of this product. I really enjoy these. But like I mentioned, this is called a Balm in Gloss too, so you can get away with using this as a lip gloss. But it's also super hydrating and super nourishing. It feels thick like a balm, but super wet and glossy like lip gloss. This is definitely a favorite formula of mine. I definitely got a ton of use out of this. And the next one is one that I discovered very recently, but I am madly in love with. This is from Catrice, and this is the Powerful 5 Liquid Lip Balm with hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, shea butter, green tea, and goji berry. This is good. I have the shade Glossy Apricot, and this one is definitely much more pigmented than the Huda or the L'Oreal, but it is so heavily moisturizing and it feels so good on the lips. So good. It feels a lot like the Huda Silk Balms, but with pigment. So I think if you are really intrigued about the Huda, I would say this is a closer dupe for the Huda than the L'Oreal, except these ones are more pigmented. I'm not sure if they have one in maybe a clear, but this is the closest I can find so far to the Huda Silk Balms. So even if you're just a really big fan of the Huda Silk Balms, but you wouldn't mind finding something to kind of save your wallet, try these. They're wonderful. And that wraps up today's video. This is my top 3 favorite products in every lip category. I've definitely seen this video done with every makeup category, but I really wanted to focus on lips because I really don't have a ton of videos where I just focus on lip products. So that is it for me today. Thank you so very much for watching. Let me know down below what your favorites are because I'm always curious. I'm curious to see what you guys are loving. I always want to try more products too, so let me know. But again, that's it for me today. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. And that's it for me today. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!